This video is first and foremost brought to you by Illusion Clothing. Go shop on their website right now. Use code JTGamer with a 3 instead of an E for 15% off or 20%. Illusion Key, please let me know because I'm confused. I've seen 15 and 20%. Either way, you get a discount. Use that on their website to get a discount. What's good, YouTube? It's Jay here, and today, I don't know. I just had a random idea about a video that I kind of wanted to make, man. I just wanted to talk about content creation. Content creation is hard. It's a lot harder than I think a lot of people actually realize. That it's not one of those things where you're just suddenly born with good talent for being entertaining or making good videos or editing. You know, it's all a process. It's a big process. I do all my own recording, all my own editing, all my own thumbnails. I come up with pretty much all of my own original ideas for the most part. It's hard. I guess why I'm talking about this video or this subject in particular today is because the YouTube channel has been really growing, but the Twitch side of things really, well, am not. Now, a lot of people say you have to do things like you have to do unique things to really draw in a crowd, but on platforms that are just strictly clicking based and not really promoting based, it's kind of hard to really find something unique that'll just suddenly draw in a crowd. And obviously that can also be expensive depending on what unique thing you're doing. So I mean, in the end, I mean, if you can come up with some good ideas on the fly, that's really awesome. But yeah, content creation isn't easy, man. Luckily, I have a really great community, and I'm within a lot of different Discords and communities and stuff that are similar or very focused on the content that I make, like with the Empire War stuff, the Halo stuff, the Destiny stuff. All that's science fiction. It all falls into the same category pretty much, and I'm very blessed that all of what I do really fall into those kind of categories, and they've really helped draw in an actual audience. I've got a lot of friends that promote my content, and they're big creators or they're big modders or something like that. I've got a lot of good people that are really supportive of everything that I do, so that's really helped with the YouTube growth side of things. It's still very difficult to say the least, man. Honestly, coming up with consistent ideas and constantly sometimes overthinking about the numbers and the viewership. Everybody does that at some point in their career when they're doing content creation. You know, there'll be a lot of big creators that tell you don't look at the numbers, that don't do this, don't do that, but don't always take that as those creators have never looked at the numbers either. We've all gone through those experiences where we looked at the numbers, got a little discouraged, rinse and repeat pretty much. You get better, you stop worrying about it eventually. It's a cycle, man, but everybody does a lot of deep thinking when it comes to content creation. I still enjoy it though, obviously. To be perfectly honest, I really enjoy making YouTube videos the most because it allows me to really put my time and effort into making ideas. Streaming is more of a improv kind of thing. Think of it like different comedy styles. You've got a routine versus something you kind of do on the fly, and that's kind of what Twitch is. Twitch is improv. YouTube is more routine. And to be perfectly honest, like I said, YouTube allows me to plan my ideas a little bit out more, like with my videos. Even when I do simple recordings of strategy games, I still plan out what I'm going to do the next episode, or you know what the next style of the decisions we're gonna make, whatever. You can kind of plan things out with Twitch streaming too, but YouTube is still more of an open-ended thing that allows you to really plan things at your own pace. And that's one thing that I really do love about YouTube. It gives me time, and it feels more patient than Twitch. And another thing too is with modern day content creation, you're heavily encouraged by a lot of people, if you're a content creator, to, you know, advertise on different social medias like TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, all three of which I actually personally use for a lot of like Twitch highlights and some short 60-second clips and stuff. And it's honestly been helpful. I'm certain it's helped grow a lot of whatever I've been building on Twitch and YouTube for the last couple of years. I'm certain that those different social medias have really helped me in the long run, but man, it can still be a lot to manage. I upload almost every day on YouTube. I spend a lot of time editing, I spend a lot of time recording, and then, you know, just a lot of stuff in between, taking some time to spend with my fiance, taking a minor break here and there. But to be perfectly honest, I work a lot, and it took me a minute to kind of realize that. People tell me this all the time, that I work too hard, that I upload too much, and I probably need to take a break before I burn myself out. But to be perfectly honest, I wouldn't say I'm really feeling burnt out. I've had my moments where I felt burnt out plenty of times, honestly, but it's never enough to really discourage me from doing honestly what I really love doing, to be perfectly honest. I don't know, this is just a little video that I just felt like making so I can just kind of talk to you guys about this, because man, honestly, the community is growing. We're almost at 1,700 subs. We are barely 30 away from that, which is insane to me, and it feels good. It feels really good, man. I really enjoy where the channel has gone and where things have been going for the last few months, few years, whatever you want to call it. even for the people that watch the videos and then aren't subbed to the channel. That's right, most of the people who watch all the Star Wars videos on my channel and all the other Destiny videos and all that, they are not even subbed to the channel. You should consider subbing to the channel. I really want to keep making good content to entertain all of you guys. I know it can be hard to click subscribe and like and all that, because I have a bad habit of doing that too. And I appreciate everybody that's been coming to the channel, man. And it's been one heck of a ride, and I can't wait to continuously see where things are gonna go. Back on what makes content creation hard though, there's so much you have to do nowadays, especially to really get noticed. This was like the early 2010s, like 2010 through 13. Making videos and content were 1,000 times easier. It was so much easier to get noticed on content. You know, the biggest content creators weren't pushed ahead of the smaller ones first and foremost. It seemed like everything was more free, fun, and fair. Now, for the record, I'm not hating on anybody's success, obviously. The big creators are where they're at because they did something that really built them an audience. But I do remember being a young YouTuber and making small little Star Wars videos that for some reason drew 20,000 views from time to time. It was incredible. Now it's not really the same. You know, on average, I average almost close to 300 views per video, which is good to me. It's incredible, honestly. But it's just weird how things have really changed. Like I said, you're encouraged to advertise in different social medias, TikTok, Instagram, Discord, Facebook. Who still uses Facebook? Let's be realistic here. There's a lot you gotta do now to really become a good known content creator. I take that back. There's not a lot you do become good. There are a lot of good creators out there that just aren't noticed, to be perfectly honest. As far as pushing yourself out there, there's a lot you gotta do now compared to back in the old days. And I'm more of an OG YouTuber-ish kind of. I started uploading content back as early as 2012 when I used to make some short videos with me and friends in class and stuff. That was a different era. One day I'm gonna do a reaction video to all the old videos that I used to make on the channel. They were so bad and so cringy. I can't wait though to really see where things are gonna go with my channel, but I gotta admit it can be very stressful for the amount of advertising that I do for the channel. All the shorts that I edit on a regular basis, all the actual Let's Plays that I edit, all the Twitch highlights that I edit. And for just to be fully aware, I know that not every bit of piece of content on my channel is for everybody. That's why I don't really have any expectations for certain videos to do phenomenal, but I still enjoy making them anyway because I just enjoy making videos. I love video editing, man. Video editing, especially ever since I got good editing software, is one of my biggest passions. I love it. I'm so good at it, and I love just taking the time to record and edit and repeat. But you know, I know not everything on the channel is for everybody, and I'm making IRL content, I'm making Destiny FPS shooter content, I'm making strategy game content, and to be perfectly honest, I can't say I have a full direction for the channel yet. To be perfectly honest, it's just my channel. It's just where I go, I make videos, and I have fun with it. And that's just probably how it's always going to be. And I hope it honestly stays something that I love for the rest of my life, because I do enjoy it. I like the thoughts of becoming the PewDiePie of Star Wars, and the guy that also just happens to like playing Destiny and all these other shenanigans. You know, I love what I do, man. I really do love what I do. Hopefully I didn't blow your ear up too hard. This wasn't going to be a really long video to begin with. It was just a bit of a discussion, a little talk to basically tell you where my headspace is right now with all this content creation stuff. I still love it. It's just kind of nuts how much effort you legitimately have to put into it nowadays compared to back in the old days. Back in the old days, you still had to put a lot of effort in, uploading almost every day if you did that, you know. But it was so easy to get noticed, especially for gaming content. Nowadays, if you don't really hop on the modern gaming trend, I don't know, maybe things haven't really changed that much. Back in my day, people used to do a bunch of Call of Duty content. But then again, I also used to upload Star Wars Empire War content in 2014, and those videos did phenomenal. It's weird. Nowadays, if you aren't doing the trending thing for YouTube, it's very, very, very hard to get noticed at times. And even when you do that trending thing, sometimes you still don't really get noticed. So it takes a lot of work. For the people that think content creation is easy, look, man, do your best to try and put out as much as a lot of other people, a lot of smaller creators do, because it's not as easy as you think. The amount of time and effort you put into your videos really shows a lot of the time, and it can be difficult to really just be consistent. I know that for a fact. I've had to take a couple of weeks off because I'm just like, man, I legitimately do not have time to work on all this stuff at once. I need a little bit of a break. That's just one of the things with content creation, man. But I still love it, always will, and I'll continue to enjoy it for as long as I humanly can, because I want to keep growing and I want to turn this into a career. I apologize for ads on videos and stuff, but I also want to make this a job one day too. So yeah, Thank you for watching this video, everybody. Like I said, check out Illusion Clothing. I'll leave a link for their website in the description below. Use code JTGamer for 15% or 20%. I need to legitimately find out about that one off of your order. If you want to support me in an additional way, be sure to check out my Patreon, where the highest tier is like, I don't know, $2 or $3. I ran out of ideas, so instead of trying to come up with all these insane ideas that I could do for Patreon and never live up to because I'm too busy focusing on Twitch and other YouTube stuff, I've just got a basic tier. So I mean, if you want to support me there, feel free. If you don't, I still love you anyway, because you're still here watching the videos and liking them and all that, and I appreciate you. I'll see you later.